stuff, I mean, and it's almost like a different discipline in a way too. I mean, it's not, but it is. I don't know. Would you call it a different discipline, like gi versus no gi?
No, I would say it's good to learn both, and the reason I think that I didn't consider it because my gym only taught no. And so then when my son started doing jiu-jitsu towards like a year and a half in, I was like, oh, man, it's good to know. And I met black belts that were black belts in 10th Planet that didn't know how to do gi. And then when I started doing gi, I met guys that were brown belts that didn't know shit about it. And then my black belt, my third black belt, he was like, I've been doing jiu-jitsu for 20 years and I do no gi twice a week and I hate it, but I'm a black belt, I should know both. And I'm like, it's like saying I only shoot rifles, right? I was in the army, I only shoot rifles. That's my fucking thing.
Yeah.
Right? Is that the same thing?
Yeah, you got handguns too.
But that's what I mean.
Yeah,
I understand.
yeah,
you can see I'm not adverse to it.
But would you call it a different discipline, or is it
No,
the
because
same?
the principle's the same. The difference is the grips. Let's think of judo versus wrestling.
Right.
The one's a stand up, the other one's from the ground, but it's still grappling.
It's all the grip. Yeah.
So, we'll do some warm up, just a warm up.
Yeah.
But then I was thinking, we'll go over that one thing. But do you know how good are you with the gi taking? Like you say, gi pulling guard.
Like an arm drag or something?
Yeah, they're just pulling guard.
Not very.
I don't
Probably not very good.
So we're just warming up.
Okay.
That's gonna be moving around. You're gonna grab my grip. You can have the same grip as me if you need to sleep, or so what I'm doing under your elbow is just get this. I'm doing with my finger, and I'm bringing my fingers into the palm of my. I want to say the grips is what I'm trying to do.
Okay.
So what I'm trying to do is this. I'm not gripping like this because you don't have a structure. But if you can do this little boom here, but you can do it under the elbow.
Okay.
If you do it here, Brian showed me this. I don't even want to show you. I think that's why his fingers are looking. You can do the same grip here, pistol grip, right? Or parachute grip, which means your thumb goes in, but we're not keeping that thumb in. What we do is we use this thumb to go in, and then we get our four fingers in, we curl them to the point where our knuckles come in, and they roll in. But once we roll in to make contact with the knuckles, we're trying to, oh my gosh, pin. So
that's like when you're doing the break grip.
right. So yeah, when someone starts pulling on that, let it go. But never put your fingers in. Never put one finger. What happens is when you leave this finger in and you start twisting, you can break that.
Yeah.
So parachute grip is we start with the thumb, but we roll our knuckles in. But you see how my wrist is like compromised here. What I want to do is bring it in here, so I'm almost doing a palm in here, but I'm still applying the knuckles. Also, when you do a break grip, like you said, thumbs in, I roll it, I create pressure here, but I'm not just pushing with my knuckles out. I need to put my palms into it. So this one here, if you get it to fold over, you create a ledge. Again, you're bringing those fingers to your thumb. You're not gripping it because your fingers are gonna hurt.
Right.
Once you start pulling on this, go ahead and break my grip.
Oh. Okay. So just
Instead of me death gripping, so my fucking fingers hurt and I cut my nails and everything hurts. Good.
okay.
I'm just gripping and gripping. So we're trying to go slow so you get those grips in good. But we're gonna save your grips. Because both my hands are occupied. So now we're starting to play a game. And we're going to feet on our face. A little bit different game.
Is there a one? Okay.
Well,
Well, is there like a, instead of using, so if an opponent that was like equal to you had a grip like this,
fucking strong.
and you can't, yeah, and so if you don't want to break two hands to take your time away from here, can you like do like an inside and still with the inside, or is that compromised?
You can, but we're fucking meatheads, military and law enforcement. We're not going to give up a good position that we think we're at advantage.
Right.
So I call this is a bad relationship. If I got you, you grab me. Feel strong.
Okay. All right. Now you like the arm drag.
If I got you, you got me.
Right. We were doing that at the last.
So,
Um.
what are you going to do with that?
I don't know.
So when you do this, normal. If I start coming in, right? You come in and I want you to do this, palm of your elbow, and go deep and try to grab my palm. Alright? Now look, if you're winning at this advantage, set behind you. You can go behind, or you can go to the chin, right? You can just step, or you can hip toss. But this, I need to know when to let it go. Am I strong? So what I'm trying to do in my position is not only just keep this frame, I'm trying to prevent you from underhooking. So as you underhook, I'm bringing my elbow in.
Ah, okay.
So it's not so much strength as much as blocking. Interesting. This is how we're warming up.
Stop resisting. Well said.
Feel a little blood flowing, but that's a fun game to play. You're not gonna get hurt. Not you. We're not gonna get hurt doing this shit. Drilling. Yeah. So what we're gonna do is practice guard pulling, even though Sam doesn't like to emphasize on that. But it's good to know because you can't get a takedown. You want to do something. And when you keep bringing, as we're talking, what I want to do is if I get this, I try to get this folded over. Like I know I told you that. But usually all we get is this, and we're trying to hold it. That's very ineffective.
Like this?
Yeah, that does nothing for you. All you're really doing is fucking around. I really want you to think of grip and frame at the same time. Same as a collar time. I'm gonna get your neck, but when I collar time, I'm trying to get my fingers on this side of your neck, and I'm almost goosenecking you. So those are the things for you. Yeah, so I want to feel that frame in my clavicle. I need to break in my posture and leading with that foot. And so that way you're trying to lead with your left foot and see how it goes. You have the last.
Yeah, I feel like I'm gonna go that way.
Yeah, so I want you to think of if you're gonna get an underhook or a collar tie.
Same foot leads.
Yeah, but now you gotta control my hip, the distance of hip down here. As you come in, my reaction is gonna be my head, my hands, and my hips. So get me here, you get in real nice and tight. Your hips, you start shooting. I'm using my head and my hands to keep the hips up. Okay, you felt that. You went from that goose set to like now you're using that position. Just feeling that little
Is this or this? Is this something I want to be close? Do I want to keep you close, or do I want to have a little bit of distance to set up something?
So they're both
Or is it
kind of the
both?
same. They're both the same because if I'm pulling down, you can feel I'm compromising your neck. I'm trying to almost pushing I need your clavicle. I'm trying to get you to break posture, but I'm playing with that underhook to keep that block. When I'm in here, I'm not worried about you getting underhooks and keeping my elbow in. And as you start flaring out, I'm going to flare out just to be safe. Here, so I'm doing all three things at once.
Okay.
But a general takedown, general guard pull. I grab the lapel and I grab the sleeve. The reason why I do this is if I need to move, I want to break your posture and I don't want to lose my base, just like shooting, right? When I'm moving, I'm never crossing my leg. But if I pull guard, and I know I'm going to pull guard, people end up doing it the wrong way. If this is a collar, and I put here, you can block it with your left hand. So, what I'm trying to do is sidestep, but not cross my feet, push, pull, getting you to step left or right, so I'm seeing which one that I'm steering to get. Okay. But if you're doing a really good job of being on your base, and I don't feel like I can change levels to take a shot, this leg that has the sleeve is going to step. I can't do it because my hips are compromised. but this is what I'm doing.
Okay.
I'm shelving my heel on your hip. And now I'm gonna pistol squat, and I'm basically going to
Pull me down.
yeah, but I'm not pulling you down. I'm letting my weight. Right. So that was a very clumsy falling on my ass. I'm just gonna roll to the side. So brace yourself. I'm gonna do nice and slow.
Yeah, no, I got you.
Boom, boom.
So you're moving. So
we're kind of moving side to side. What I don't want to do is get caught in this. I call it a light belt shuffle, but everybody does it. Forward and back, forward and back. If you start pushing me, we're pushing. Okay. I'm taking you off your angle. You're powerful, pushing you straight up.
right.
All I do is I'm just trying to get you. You got the same thing as shooting, right?
Right. Yeah, you're gonna get a rock back.
So if I'm here and we're both, and you start pushing the shit out of me, I don't want to do that. Okay. Beautiful. So all I did is I'm not real good at switching around and doing these flary things, but I'm just kind of really slow. We're gonna go this slow. I want you to ready. I'm gonna step in here. And just open your way. Okay. So
I'll get you here, right? So it's the same grips, kind of like this, and I'm here.
Yeah, you can do either one.
I kind of like this, but I also like this. But I guess if I'm falling down backwards, I should hold this.
Whichever one. They're both. Okay. Do you not? So think of what you're doing here. You try to steer me just now. Just watch your feet. I'm doing like a basketball pivot. I'm gonna pivot on this foot. And I'm gonna back step another foot.
Oh, okay. Oh, to pull you. Oh, I got you.
So sides. Let's do a side step and then step. I have to follow you.
That's rad.
Yeah. So all it is a position of. Not as graceful as you're gonna be. Eventually you're gonna start doing this nice little flare where you're gonna flare that right leg up. And I'm gonna do it now. I'm gonna do this. And you can see I have to hunker down. I can't get mobile because you're controlling me with the collar and the sleeve. Where am I gonna go? If you're quick enough, which you're not yet. Nothing against you, I'm just saying it's hard. I mean, you go like a triangle.
Oh, really?
Some people can, it's longer than fuckers.
Yeah, I guess you could stuff right here, huh?
Mm-hmm.
And then.
Yep. But we're just working on
No,
it.
I got you.
I want you to see that there are many pathways from this. But now you've got a pathway. You've got 1, 2, 3 steps. Grips, step, pistol squat.
The side step. A side step leading up to the
Dude,
that back step is incredible.
Yeah. A lot of times we'll get a cross collar pack, and I'll do this thing where I'll start playing through. I'll get it nice and deep. And you don't like that.
No, that's
Right. So your reaction is start fighting with this arm.
All right, I'm gonna push you in.
Yeah, I can do this. I can do this.
Oh my gosh, dude.
So I'm pushing.
Dominant.
Right. So knowing that you got somebody with a hoodie, get in there and go, hey, stop fucking resisting. But you can feel I'm casting the palm of my hands into your collarbone.
Because it's different.
I'm here,
I feel that pressure.
or I'm using the front of my fist to push pull
On the base of the collar.
right here. So I'm using this clavicle as a frame. So go ahead and play with that.
That's sick, dude.
So this one's gonna be a little deeper when you're over the clavicle. Now I want you to feel this little, this would be like the choking blade into my clavicle. Now you're breaking my posture almost like a gooseneck. So if I'm trying to stay up, you just bring your elbow down. Hit your base. It's your position that's moving me, not your upper body. Wow. Okay? And then with the fist under the clavicle, I'm so drag, right? But you can feel if you push me, you can even pull me back. So I want you to push me a little bit. I'm gonna resist and pull. know what I mean?
Should have gone.
You're good. You're not pulling hard without the weight. But I want you to feel is that giving you resistance? I'm just giving you a little game.
So it'd be just even like an arm drag from that one?
Yeah, you could. You're probably not going to get an arm drag, but you're changing this position. Does anyone want to push in the camp? You're doing it, guys. You're good? Oh, sorry. I was just farting. I'm sorry.
I thought it would have been that.
No, it was me. Working on a little half guard concept here, which is good. Got your breath. You did real good at staying on top, maintaining good position, good chest to push my elbow down. But I want you to feel quarter guard, 3/4 guard, and mount. So there's a lot of ways you can get there, and we'll just go over half guard. So down one side, then the other. These are really good things because you have enough of a basis. We can start from improving positions that you're going to find yourself in. I want to feel where you're naturally going and exploit that. You've got a great position to go to back, arm bar, more. You just don't see it.
Right, I don't know what I'm doing.
You're good, you're good. So let's get you on your right side in a half guard. We're going to do what's called a quarter guard. That means I'm trying to do a knee cut. If you don't know these terms, just let me know. But what's going to happen is you're going to trap my foot and ankle between this knee pinch. We all get caught here. I'm going to show you how to mitigate it from the top and the bottom.
Okay.
But I'm going to show you something, the top that just, I didn't start doing until I was like a purple belt. And it makes sense. So I wasn't as mobile. So here, we're all stuck in this fight. Oh, I'm not getting out, right? What I want to do is create a ballerina foot and lower the profile of my foot. I want to do that. I don't want to make a boot, I want to make a ballerina toe.
Okay.
But it's not working. I'm stuck. So what I want to do is keep my head over this center of your body. Even in no-gi or in gi, if you're not going to do the underhook, I'm just going to put my thumb on top of your elbow. Boom. So you can't underhook me now. You try to underhook, I'm framing.
Okay.
And then post here, I get a little bit up on my foot. When I get up on my foot, when it's off the ground, I'm going to elevate my right knee up and over your belly button.
Oh shit! Dude! Get out of town!
You're so worried about this underhook. You're so worried about this foot. You're trying to drive that knee. You're really supposed to try to go perpendicular to my belly button with this IT band.
sliding across my belly. When you're doing this knee cut, I want your right holster to get on the front of my hip and slide your knee that way, ballerina towards the camera. Nope, I want that butt cheek on my hip. Slide.
This way?
Slide this IT band on the outside of your knee. It's gonna go straight up from my knee. That's what you're doing, but you gotta get a good underhook. So this is how you're doing the knee cut. When I'm here, get a good underhook and then slide your knee straight in that direction. Nope, you're going, still going up. I want you to think of driving your IT band down to the mat, going that way. Boom. That's a knee cut. Sliding it on the mat. But I know you need that, so I'm gonna block you. And I'm not gonna let you get this underhook.
So I can't do that from this position here? Oh, because you got my arm, my
You
leg.
can try, but I got a hell of a pinch.
Well, and you got your other hand too.
I could, I might not, but I'm not giving you underhook. I'm not giving you two things that you need for this.
Okay.
So what you're doing is, instead of fighting from this left knee, some people usually drop their left knee and they think they're mobile there. Once you get in the habit of putting up this foot, you want to put your shoulder, or you can put your hand on top of my elbow pit. That thumb right in that elbow pit. Wherever I go, you got me. You're not trying to overpower me. You're just letting me go to where you want me not to be.
Okay.
If you got the gi, I want you to reach in the armpit of the gi and find that little U circle right there, and create a good frame with your elbow inside. Now I can't get an underhook no matter where I go. So you got
Okay.
these two things you can do. And nobody would make a C clamp right here. This is my little thing I've been showing Rocky. Nobody does this. But look at that frame, and you're keeping this frame in between my armpit and my hip. So if I come up, you want this bow to stay inside my hip. So now you've got frames, you're gonna connect this knee to this elbow.
Right.
Boom, look at that. So these little details are what you need, right? But I'm not giving you this. So now we're just gonna practice. If you lower your head, it'll automatically make you more mobile. So lower your head, post your hand, get on the ball of your foot. Bring your foot a little closer. Think of just lifting this knee up and over to this side. My hips are gonna fall.
What am I doing pressure here? Just on the elbow?
I'm not giving you any underhook. You do whatever you want.
Oh my gosh, do you use this recorder now?
There's a bunch of different attacks here. We're just gonna practice this. You're definitely going for the knee cut. You're trying to do this.
Yeah. So I'll practice that. So you go here.
The fucking look on your face is sick.
Sick, dude.
So, we're here, I'm fighting. Maybe I don't know what I'm doing. I'm trying to hit your face. Immediately go under. Immediately go under. So now my hips are going this way. My shoulders are gonna start going to your left. So you're gonna drop this left shoulder on my shoulders are going this way. My hips are going this way.
Okay, so what does that mean now?
I got nothing.
Oh, okay.
You got cross lateral. This hip is locked and this shoulder is locked. So you can do one of two things. You can control me, or you can post with your head when your neck is better. Post with your head and say stop resisting, because now your arm and your body, everything is, you want to stay on the left, to your left. So this center of gravity is keeping the top side of my body this way.
Okay.
Just because you're
If I do
fighting
this, I'm losing it. I'm trying. If I do this.
all you're doing is with this knee post right here,
Mm-hmm.
blocking my knee, which is attached to my hip. I have to let go. Once I let go, you're going to full mount.
I probably keep that on too. That
Whatever you want. In law enforcement, you decide what you want to do.
Right.
So what I want you to think of is, we'll do this 3 times. Knee cut to 3/4 mount. Quarter guard means I have your foot.
One.
Yeah, 1 foot. But once you go to here, you're almost completely mounted except for this foot, so you're 3/4 of the way to being fully mounted.
Oh, but wait, why is it, so it's quarter guard or 3/4 mount? No.
It's my quarter guard because I'm protecting this. But once you go to here and you go to the dominant position of being in the mount,
Then
you're in 3/4.
3/4. Until you drop your foot.
Yeah. Once that foot comes out, you'll be in full mount. And for jiu-jitsu purposes, sports jiu-jitsu will count 3 seconds, dominance once you pass or once you cut, just so you establish control. So we're gonna do this 3/4 variation just to practice so we can start rolling. But
Okay.
I'm gonna deny you, and I'm gonna fight for this underhook to wrestle up.
Okay.
You. You really gotta go for that knee cut too. Don't forget to try to go for that knee cut. You might get me, but you need an underhook. So if you don't have an underhook, you need to pin my elbow. You don't want to reach over my head because that's gonna allow me to wrestle up.
So if I do this, you're gonna go behind me.
I'm gonna try.
Okay. So that's a no-go.
That's why we're drilling it.
Okay. So I'm right here.
You want this.
This is what I want.
Yeah, and if you want this, you start putting that chest to my shoulder and force that knee cut. See that
Right.
knee cut, how you slid? That's what I want you to feel.
It felt better as I was like, kind of like getting lower.
So
The higher I was.
yeah, and that's okay. That's why we're drilling, because you're gonna find your natural body movement. So here, your foot here. If you know you're gonna go knee cut, just push that foot back a little bit. Now you got a good base. Now I'm trying to pull my foot under it. Beautiful. All right. So one more time to go knee cut. I'm gonna deny it. So now, what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna prevent this knee from coming over. Let's go right to the knee cut. You're gonna go knee cut, 3/4 mount, you go fuck you, I face, and you go back to knee cut. My knees can't keep up with you. We're gonna go slow. I know it doesn't make sense, actually I'll do it too.
Yeah.
I'll do it too. So, the principle of the knee cut first is here. I need to get a good underhook. I don't have it, I'm controlling your elbow.
Oh, shoot.
We can play that fight. It's too much effort for me. I don't like it. I'll do it. Right? So I couldn't get here, couldn't get here, couldn't get there. You know, all I did is
Yeah, you trapped my arm.
key stuff. So right now, what you say, I can't get the underhook.
Okay. Oh, jeez.
You know where I'm going. Immediately when I start telegraphing slowly, you're like, oh, I got this.
Start to frame your hip, and then you just slip that down.
Yep. But it's all like riding the rapids. You're gonna have to feel what my reaction is. Beautiful 3/4 mount. Your final position never losing the top. Your constant fight for that underhook or that underhook frame to control my top shoulder. With your knee moving, is pinning my hip to my ass to the neck. And it's not easy, but you're not losing your position at all. You're moving with fluidity, you're moving with purpose. I'm not losing this position. Even if I start going to deep half like I was, pinch my knees, grabbing your leg, you've got this frame. You've got the post of your knee wherever you want. If you go to the left side of my hip, I'm pinning. If you go to the right side of my hip and I knee pinch, I'm pinning.
I like it, dude. I think it. No one's ever explained it. Yeah.
Nobody really breaks it down into like, we'll just say, okay, we're gonna do knee cuts. We're gonna do knee cut to whatever, right? So you can still do this stuff in no-gi. So when you were asking which one is a different discipline, I'm like, they're kind of the same. You just gotta understand the grips and the frames are still there. The cross lateral from hip to shoulder, we're gonna try to apply that throughout all of your movements.
So that's like one of the fundamentals.
There's
You know what? It's a fundamental principle, but no one really says that till like maybe one class you're in for a little bit. You're like, oh yeah, someone said something about a cross lateral bend.
So that's your head being opposite from your shoulders?
So Tanner, my professor, he teaches that. I'm sure Sam does too. But what it is thinking of how am I able to pin your body? And if I start moving to where I want to dominate you, like most people do when they start, is they always think they got it there. So like if I get into side control, you're practitioners, you think this is good side control. Right. Oh, you mean with the squeeze? Yeah, so I'm squeezing, but where's my center of gravity? So if you think where my head's at, all I want you to do is punch with your right hand to the ceiling and roll over your left shoulder. I call it the white belt sweep. You got me, I got you. Bad relationship, right? So what I want you to think of is connecting your knees in my armpit, your right knee to my hip, connect your elbow through my hip, and then this is going to come in here underneath my head. And you're going to connect your elbow to the mat, and your left knee is going to come up to your elbow. So now you've widened your base. I can't move you. Okay? You're doing sweep nothing to me. You're keeping your temple or your ear to my chest. It doesn't matter if you're facing me or facing away. I like to face away because there's something I could do when you're facing me. But either one is fine. So now as I move, I need to get framed, and you know I need to get here. So I'm going to shift up to create space, and as I do this, I just want you to move your left thigh up. No, up towards my ear. Cool. As I hip out to shrimp, I want your right knee to follow my hip, and just gently move so that you're taking away the space that I'm trying to create. Trying to create space here. I want your ear to come down to my head, to my chest. This is an effective side control. That's as much effort as you should be putting into it. That's the difference there. So your head is not way over your knees. If anything, what you can do is also put your head on this side, which is weird. And then you're still going to connect your knees, your forearms going to be flat on the mat. And I want you to put this C clamp in my armpit, palms in, and extend your arm. Your thumb's going to be on top of my deltoid, top of my shoulder. So now what I want you to do is just pop it to a right knee on the belly, right on the hip. Now this frame is preventing my underhooks and your knee. You don't even have to be that. Just put that kneecap right on my hip. Oh, right on my hip. I'm gonna try to get this frame. You can either start walking north to north south, or you can just slide this knee across my waist down, the right knee. If you want to slide the knee just to where my head, just slide the knee. Don't move your foot, just slide your knee. You're going to where you want to be. And then all you do is drop the knee first, and then pummel your foot all the way up and snap the mat, and now you hide it underneath my thigh. Now you're in mount, and this doesn't do shit for me. You can now position this frame in my armpit, and reach back for my elbow on this side, like a shotgun, pull it up, bring your knee down. You're in full mount. And you've got this underhook on this side. So you can go from traditional side control, where I'm like, oh, you're dominating, and now you're gonna frame with the armpit, position your head. So as you position your head, it prevents me from doing this. Put your head on this side now. See the difference? Big time. So you're trying to stay on this side of my center of gravity. So if I'm bisected by a line between my chest, you want to know where your head's at. Your hips are over here. Yeah. So if I got a line right here, and you're pinning my hip, your arm is pinning my armpit. Cross lateral. Hip, shoulder, hip, shoulder. The moment you move your head over here, I can no longer sweep you over your center of gravity, which is your knee. You post it out with your hand when you lost position of your head, which is perfect. But as I start doing all that, you just slide that knee across, and then windshield wipe over it, and then hide that foot immediately.
Why? Just
because if you end up here, I'm trying to go to here.
Oh, and now I'm back in this corner.
You're just letting me get there.
So as you, but if I tuck it,
this is what you're preventing me from doing. I'm like, fuck. I hate when people do this.
Gotcha.
You're so good at jiu-jitsu.
Gotcha.
It doesn't take a lot. I'm like, fuck.
Gotcha.
So, control. I'm trying to get these frames. Don't forget to do this first, just so you have this. I can't myself. So what I want you to do is think of when you came across, I want you to feel this.
Yeah.
Trying to make it easier. Oh, another thing I'm also looking to tell. If I can keep my elbow in front of your hip, I'll do that too.
That's better than on the ground.
You're longer than me, so I don't know, you just play with it. But I like doing this because some people try to regard and you can already feel that.
Yeah, that's way more keeping me from doing anything.
Yeah. So I'm not even giving you space here. Like you can try to frame, but when you have my head here, I'm going to put my knee here. Once I got this,
Now I'm gonna try to grab that foot.
that's fine.
Oh shit.
So what you did is this. You're fine. You want that's close to. Cool. You want to fight? You want to block that? Cool. My hands on the mat. Okay.
Oh man, you really do slide it down.
So what I'm doing is I'm kind of right here. Once I make that connection, I'm not even hovering here. I'm not driving everything over, just putting a little bit of pressure. Side control. Knee on hip. Elbow clamp. Yeah, there we go, good. And just let me cook when you put your knee on my hip. Head position. Just. Are you winning? And now once you feel me open my hips, because I need to move my hips this way. It's going to allow you to slide.
Kind of like slide.
Yeah.
Slide over. Like
Yeah.
Drop or slide.
So if you go a little prematurely, if you break that reach a little prematurely, you're not doing yourself any favors. Even right here, if I start framing, I got to switch my hips this way.
Oh yeah, you're right.
I'm giving it to you.
So getting the knee on the hip is crucial.
It also allows you in a law enforcement position to just stand up the right way.
Very true.
And I mean, tactically retreat so you can acquire your tools and fucking take out the person.
Right.
So that little position from here to here being less committed to I'm
Way
gonna
over.
do here, you can do a surfer stance because you've got this here. So if you get that knee, so here and you focus that bottom of that kneecap on my hip up.
What I just need to get the sequence right. So if I was here, my hand was on the mat, I'm gonna go to the C clamp, I'm gonna pin the hip, then my head moves,
Yeah.
then my knee goes
So,
up
so
flat.
no, you can still do it with your head over here.
I
want
can
you
still
to
do
it.
this.
Knees right there, like you've lost some position. And I don't even know that you're doing this. That's the beauty of this. This is subtle. You're not framing and telling me you're doing this. But the moment you want to posture up, I want your left hand to go on my body, not the mat.
Okay.
So if you know you're going to stand up, let's just say I'm just fucking cocky so strong. You're in a great position right here. And if I'm still fighting and I'm felt fucking strong,
Right. I can either break contact or I can send you to
you
model.
decide what you're going to do
Yeah,
in that position.
right.
I would suggest you could either try to dominate by grabbing their collar, right hand, your left hand's going to grab the collar, like if we were in the gi, and then grab the pant leg, and then pull it forward and drive this knee into my stomach. Yeah.
Or we could do that one that we were doing this.
Yep. So that's the can opener.
Yeah.
This is no gi, but in the gi we could have showed this one. But you're right now in a dominant position. If you put your knee right on my belly, where I think your feet are supposed to be, you're not going to put it all the way on. All right, wait, take your foot off. I want you to hear me talking funny. Now, if you underhook my leg or overhook my knee, it doesn't really matter which one. Pull my neck towards you.
Yeah, right.
The impaler.
The only thing is that's kind of hard to hold.
You're committed. Yeah, and you're stuck.
Yeah.
Got relationships.
Badly. I like that.
You know what I mean? It's
You got
things-
me, I got you.
Yeah. So, are you really in an advantageous position? Yes, you're winning, but can you check for that 360?
Right, and I can't hold that for a long period of time either.
That is a sports jiu-jitsu position for sure. Now, instead of doing that, what I want you to do is hitting a little bit less on the tummy because you're not trying to get me to pain compliance. Post the palm of your hand on my shoulder. Post the palm of your hand on top of my knee.
There you go.
Now, I'm going to try to move and you just try to stay on top. How effective am I with this?
Nah, it's like a,
You'll need some shots.
yeah, but they're not gonna hurt me.
It's coming straight from the elbow to the wrist. That's only 2 joints. It's not good. So I want you to think of, decide when you want to do that.
Right. I like that though for pinning somebody.
So all you're doing is preventing me from moving this leg to shrink, frame, or do whatever I want. The underhook does the same thing. It's what jiu-jitsu. But there, you're using your weight and gravity on my shoulder, and my knee will just make my hip, which is a cross lateral.
Okay.
And it doesn't seem like somebody, they don't emphasize it as much as it should, but it's fucking all over.
Cross lateral.
Yeah. Same thing with stand-up, we'll go over that. You're nice and warmed up. I know we got plenty of time, I just want to make sure the time is. 7:17. All right.
Hell yeah.
I don't want you to be sore, right? Because you haven't done this in a while.
You're off for 2 days,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
and then that'll be plenty of time for me to
Yeah.
recover.
But this is about as exhausted as you should feel. So when you're rolling in the future, when you get back to roll, slow it down. Tell me, hey, I'm just coming back. Can we slow it down? Can we just drill? Can we? Mike was showing me this knee cut. Can we work on this? And they might even give you different pointers.
I haven't gone back yet officially to the gym, so I don't know.
And be smart with who you go with. Yeah, just ask Sam or Brad.
Brad.
Hey, I'm more concerned about being good to go back to work, so I don't want to get hurt.
Yeah.
They know. They already know. They already know where you're going with that. So they'll pair you up or they'll just drill with you. Like with me, you went hard, but you were never in danger.
Yeah.
Right? I made an effort not to grab your neck. I made an effort not to frame.
Yeah, and that's like because I don't know. I feel comfortable rolling with you, but like average blue belt, purple belt even, like man, they just get all.
I know. I completely. I don't like it either.
Yeah.
I don't like those guys, and they're stronger than me sometimes.
Yeah.
I'm pretty fucking
like
strong.
Jeremiah or some of those big blue belts, dude. They're like strong, man.
Yeah. So what I want you to feel is that if you kind of try to get that sweet balance between that pistol grip where you're not muscling it, but you're controlling it, you're smooth with it, I want you to think of your jiu-jitsu like that. When you start amping up the breaths, you're probably tightening up the core, you're taking shallow breaths. Okay. What do I need to do? I need to break the guard past the guard. I need to establish side control. I need to frame, fight for the inside, head position, hand, head. All these things are what I'm going through my head.
Really?
I'm not really going, oh, this is the sequence of moves. Because I'm thinking, can I block his hip? How can I block his hip? Oh, that's where I put my little elbow there. That's where, I need the shoulder. Oh, now I need to get something on this side so I'm going to go that way. So, just these, in the grand scheme of things, like what you're thinking in jiu-jitsu is kind of probably where I'm thinking. I'm a little bit more at the pistol, but you know what I mean? Like you're still kind of putting it into your own game.
Yeah.
So I want to show you where you ride at the 3/4 mount. You had an arm bar. So just to review arm bar, just so you know, it doesn't matter if it's your knee. Whenever I got an arm bar, I want your elbow to be going straight up. I want either my crotch or some kind of wedge to be underneath here, so you're not here, because your escape is all contingent upon your elbow getting in that.
Right.
So if I can block your deltoid with my saddle or my crotch, you're locked. And if I start fighting from here, you're gonna see the mechanics of this. My biceps are so fucking jacked, as opposed to my elbows connected to your chest, and you're kind of with it.
Oh shit.
Now I'm using my back straps and my glutes. So traditional arm bar, you can just lay it on there. From here, I'm being nice for drilling purposes. This leg, don't really need it. This leg is the most important. Whatever leg goes over the face, I'm hamstring curling. I'm putting my heel on my hip into the nape of your neck. And sometimes I'll lift my knee to make you think you're going to stack, just to straighten you back out down to the mat.
Really?
But if I'm doing this, you can swing that elbow and you get movement here. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to, in no-gi, I go elbow pit to elbow pit, and I go to my hip pocket. I go to my gun holster. So if you start moving and wiggling, that's all I got. If I'm in the gi, I'll grab my gi or I'll grab my hips. I can do this way, but the reason I don't like doing this way is because this hand is holding the basing. But here, I just like grabbing your leg, so it prevents you from getting out. So I just want you to feel the practice. I'm not going to hit your head really hard, but I want you to feel this. Now you're going to start trying to escape. This leg comes over the face is the most important one.
Yeah, because that prevents.
And I'm real gentle with it. You don't have to be gentle with it. Raise the knee and they start stacking up. You're like, oh, okay, I think I'm doing good. The moment you felt me straighten my leg out, I didn't push you down, I just straightened my leg out, hamstring curl. Your whole body started to fall.
Do it again.
Yeah.
I want to feel that.
And I'm going to be a little bit more aggressive with it when I do it in a roll. Go ahead. So I come here,
Okay.
hamstring curling, and I go, oh, you're doing a good job. Shit.
Dude, that's crazy.
So
That's crazy.
your habit is going to be whenever you see an arm bar, we'll get the entries to the arm bar. I want you to hug with your elbow and not your hands to the wrist. Feel that? That's all I want you to do is if you lean left or right, I'm coming with you. You want my elbow to be connected to your sternum or your diaphragm,
Okay.
right? So if you just finished, go ahead and put this over. I want you to hamstring curl both your heels, and I want you to suit your crotch into my shoulder. Now, as you lean back, use your back straps to extend. Back, get your shoulders to the mat. Hip up.
Really?
So what I want you to feel is that connection. At the very end, don't let go of that elbow pit. Use your free hand, which hopefully is going to be the one by the waistband. Just grab my wrist and connect to my hand, or go palm to palm. So my thumb is pointed up.
Point it up, right.
So we're just going to have it. Make it a habit for you here. If you want to grab your hand into your gun holster on your right side, it'll line up your elbow. What this does is it lines my elbow up to your chin. Anywhere you go, my elbow's pointing at your chin.
Yep.
I want you to hamstring curl.
Nice.
You're using way less effort.
Then trying to grab your two hands here
Go
and
back
trying
to
to
the bicep and try. And I'm not going to try to defend with my secondary hand. I'm just going to try to keep my arm bent. Ready, go.
Yeah, it's not the same.
But we always do this. We always do that. Now I'm going to fight. Remember when I start coming up, let me come up and then kick it straight up. It immediately pulls your elbow from the face. Immediately, I cannot.
It just rips it away.
And you're not being a meathead.
No, I'm actually just keeping the same force that I was, and
It's
you're
this
like
connection.
applying.
It's this
This
connection.
is the one.
So even if I go secondary hand,
Okay.
all it is
Bro, that's
efficiency.
so sick.
Just keeping this here.
Now, can you do this also with the foot tucked
Yeah.
behind the shoulder blade?
That's where we're going to go to, because I was like, you have a lot of good positions from there. I want you to think of if your foot's stepping at three quarter knot.
Right.
Side to be defensive, right? So go ahead and you pinch your nice and tight. There's a reason why I'm stuck here. You went to here and I'm like, oh, can I do this? You go back to a hang arm triangle. What's that? This is where I'm gable gripping underneath your head, and I'm going to start going here and slank it over. It's a lot of pressure on that. It's a lot of pressure on this going here.
Okay, that's cool.
So I'll show you that later. We'll just be easy on that. But if I insist on being that way, I can start doing this. I'm just controlling.
Yeah, I don't even know what I would do from here.
So all I'm trying to do is maintain my base here. I've got my leg behind you, so
I can't roll
I'm
that.
back. So I can do this. I can start. I'll be a dick. I'll right here. I'll grab this. Call it 500. I'll push your head down. Get my leg out.
Oh man, that's it. I'm done.
Yeah. So I can go ahead and finish the armbar here, or I could switch to this position. I'll just finish it on top.
Okay.
So you can play with that, but the beauty of that position is when I start resisting, once you make your elbow connection, you fall back to your guys in the ceiling. So I'm here. What elbow connection are you talking about? I'll show you the top position. So now what you're gonna do is try to get this under, pushing my elbow up, and then I'm not gonna like this, so you're gonna reach through and grab my hand, grab the fatty portion of my hand with this right hand. Thumb will strip. Look at that. What am I going to do? Now you're blocking my elbow and blocking my shoulder. So I'm going to do it so I want you to bring your left knee up towards my head or maybe my neck. You can active toe it or you can go on your shin. Either one is fine. If you're on your active toe the ball of your left foot, I want your knee pinched to my head. See what I'm saying? You can pinch here. But you're going to inch this left knee over to my ear. This is going to allow you to pummel your leg over if you want to go traditional armbar.
Right.
Or just keep the knee like a George Floyd kind of thing, and hug, keep this hand grip,
Okay.
elbow pit, left elbow pit, under my bicep. Go back to that hip position, and if you want to try to finish an armbar here, you can, okay? Or you can go to pushing my head with this left hand, get my foot free, switch your hips, elbow pit, and then you can go back to Now, when you fall, I want you to hamstring curl immediately. See the difference here?
Not. I'll have to.
The difference is as soon as, before you even sit. So here we're gonna work on this 5-0 grip. Boom, in a good position. Use your left hand to push my head to the mat. I'm gonna probably open my legs. Right here, when you step over, I want your heel to be under my ear. Your left heel under my ear. You can step over my face. Step over my face. You get your heel in front of my chin. So now, as you're falling down, I want you to hamstring curl when you leave your left elbow under my armpit. Left elbow under my armpit. Yep, right there, that hamstring curl. Instead of falling down like a baby, like a happy baby, right? No, it's not a criticism. I want you to think of the tightness of the
Right.
When you're on top, you can finish that arm bar. But as you fall, you're going to keep everything tight and contracted. So,
Quarter mile, 3/4 mile.
5-0 grip, boom, I'm fighting. Shoulder justice, I'm like, trying to fight, push my head to the mat.
Okay.
Now you're going to bring that knee over, step in front of my chin, bring that heel back, and now you try to finish there. Boom, if you don't finish there, just that little contact you had, beautiful. That's what I'm looking for. Because you're not letting me get any room to try to escape. That little hamstring curl is keeping me tight. And then once you get in that seated armbar position, I'm gonna start fighting. You can let me sit up just
And then jacket, and then
Yeah.
tighten it up.
Kick this one all the way through. When I come up, kick it like you're gonna straighten this one up. So you're lifting your knee, let me come up now. Keep it straight back. You're stomping on that clutch.
I didn't get your elbow pit.
It's okay. Right now we're working on the macros of it.
Okay.
We're getting the movements. Everything's gonna tighten up, but now you've got a path. You've got, you know
Right.
where that sensor is,
I
and
know
you know a
exactly.
couple of trails to get there.
I love your analogies. The baby.
I just see them, dude. It's just, like I said, at Tech Plant, they do a lot of these analogies, but I'm not a stoner. But it makes sense.
It does, dude. It's like a baby falling back. And
Yeah, that's perfectly fine. So,
Working here. Oh, we're going half guard. I'm so good at half guard. This is really. I might even go to 3/4 because I think I'm good. Elbow. So right here, I want you to think of this. I want you to contract, crunch, connect my elbow to your chest. Elbow pit to elbow pit. You're going to elevate your knee a little bit to let me see daylight, and then you're going to kick your heel out as I come up to my apex. Now, so, hold on. I want you to think of it as this. Your heel's going to stay in, but your knee's going to go up. Oh, and as I come up thinking I see daylight, you're just going to straighten it out and hamstring curl.
Okay.
So, elbow connection to your chest, elbow pit to elbow pit, and I go, oh, I'm going to stack on this guy. That's the move. That's the natural progression of it. I'm controlling the elbow, and I'm just fighting to control that elbow.
All right.
I love this shit.
Yeah, it's so cool, man.
Yeah.
Like it's so cool.
And the thing is, you're going to be able to start applying this sports jiu-jitsu to a law enforcement situation. If you get an assailant that is starting to fight, you're comfortable in side control.
Dude, this should be mandatory for like.
Yeah,
This should be mandatory, man.
I agree.
You know.
But I'm not really teaching you. I'm just reviewing what you already know. I'm kind of.
Well, yeah, but
I'm adding pointers.
I think that the number of situations where a cop could go to this instead of tools, right? It's because dudes are afraid to get into a fight, man. They've never been into a fight. Like they've never been in this situation. So
Yeah, I think you're right in the sense that I think that a lot of us have been in fights, but we don't like the risk. We don't like the odds of getting into a fight. right?
No, that's true.
I think a lot of us are kind of retarded brave.
Yeah.
And I don't mean that in any way, but you need a little sense of abandonment of reality to go, I don't know if I can go do this. But this is tactically more efficient. Just like I was showing you when we rolled, I'm giving you resistance and I'm fighting you, but I don't mind getting to a bad position because I have a way out.
Right. Right.
That's
And
kinda
you're
what you-
giving me the like you said, you're creating those trails for me
Yeah.
to work through things, which
Yeah.
is awesome.
And when you're done with jujitsu, like you should, there's a point of it where you want to start getting exhausted from your rolls, but you don't want to be exhausted to where you're drilling through injury, drilling through pain. Like that's the biggest thing is like.
Well, that's just my reality, unfortunately.
No, I get it. Me too. Like
Right.
I know where I can move, and I know when I can't move, and I know where I'm limited, so I kind of adapt for it. Like sometimes when I have to move, and someone's moving in real close, and I gotta move this foot in, my hip is impinged, my knees are fucked, and this is actually my better side. And if I can't get my heel close, I just grab it and pull it in.
Oh my god.
You'll see me putting on my boots.
I
put on my socks. Yeah.
Shit.
Because this is pretty good for an old guy, but tell black guys do this. This one I can do a lot better. But it doesn't hurt, it just doesn't move. So I'm able to move, this helps my body move. Right?
Oh, heck yeah.
So
Let's roll a little bit.
yeah, we should have. I was gonna go over that suite.
Oh, there's one.
I want to show you the video.
Oh, yeah.
We still got time. Still got every three. Should have radio. Go okay. Doesn't
What, radio?
No, it doesn't. Yeah. So this is it. From side control.
Right.
So first thing I'm going to do is here, and knowing what you know about side control, you know you're trying to prevent my frames. But I'm going to get this little frame here that makes you uncomfortable. It allows me to get this, and let me get here. Let me get here. So what this does is this changes your position because you know you got to bring your knees in or connect your elbows through me, and you're kind of in a fucked up position. You don't like this.
No.
So what I'm doing is I'm driving my knee away from me, which makes your elbow go down. That makes you think I'm trying to do a bicep flexor. Your body's gonna lift up a little bit, and I'm gonna overhead your shoulder. What I'm gonna do is try to pinch your elbow.
Oh my gosh.
So I'm gonna be gentle about this, so I want you to have to go in. Boom. Dude. So,
How do you get that? So, okay, I love it.
I think I get it. So we'll bring it down. You're in chest to chest position. If you gable grip your hands here, it's too late. I can't do it here. And if you forklift your hands on the mat and drive your elbows into my body and put your ass over your heels, your base is going to prevent me from doing this move. I need to be aware of when I can and cannot do it. And this is what I've been doing since I told you.
Okay.
This is what the effective guys and newer people are doing. They're strong. They just fortified. I'm not fucking moving.
Okay.
And you did exactly the same thing with people where I telegraphed it. You started resisting. Whatever you're doing, I'm going to do the opposite. So I usually have to set this up where they're trying to move their right hand somewhere. I'm framing. They're trying to, and I'm trying to get on the inside.
Okay.
So I'm kind of sweeping up here, going to the wrist, trying to get my shin into your bicep, maybe?
Yeah. Upper forearm bicep area.
The reason why this works is because I'm creating space between my chest and your chest. You're losing this overhook. But if you double down on this, I'm fucked. So I gotta be aware of when to bail it. But if I'm here, I'm gonna bring my knee out, not down. This is down, away towards your elbow. That's down for me. Going out.
Okay, and the shoulder moved up.
Your shoulder moved up, create space. My right knee is gonna pinch your tricep. I'm not crossing my legs. So if you wiggle, I'm just pinching my knees. My foot is gonna pummel over. You get your hand under. Reach in here. It's almost simultaneous. As I come here, the slow motion is out, knee pinch, shoulder, elbow. If your head's here, I can break your neck. I don't want that to happen. So again, we're playing with this. I get this little frame. I get this knee shield. So we're gonna practice just controlling this. Overhook my wrist. I want you to drive your knee that way. That's the motion. Now if you push your knee down towards your feet, it's less effective. Out, you can feel like, I'm like, oh shit. Yep. Knee pinch with your right knee up and over. Feel how my hand just pummeled back.
Grab my shoulder with your right hand, your close side shoulder, give it to your left elbow, hip up. You can stay in this position and start moving from there, but we can do other things. But you don't need to keep the knee pinch to your right, but this is a good position to be in.
Yeah. That knee pinch is pretty nice, right?
Yeah. It works even better than the knee. We'll do the same side a couple times.
Okay, so here I want to create a space. Here, pull this up. Cradled your neck just because.
Yeah. You don't have to, but just be aware that if my wrestling ability comes in this way, people are trapped in this. You're overhooking my shoulder, you're pinching my knees, you're up on your elbow.
That's a base.
I'm post down.
Yeah.
And if you force it, I'm going to go back and I'm going to break my neck.
Ooh.
So I just want you to be cognizant for safety positions. If you're staying out there, this fucking. Right? I don't mean fucking, but I mean, you decide
Just, yeah.
what you can do. If you're in that position, hold the shoulder, push the head down. Pushing my head down.
Push it down, way down, away.
In sports jiu-jitsu, people don't like to put hands on the face. As long as you do it on the side of the face, the temple, above the ear, on the jaw, keep it off the eyes and the nose and mouth. Fucking all day, every day.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know that.
So you felt that when I was really strong in that iron squirrel side position in 3/4 mount. The moment you pushed my head, I opened up because I want you to feel that as a natural reaction. But some fucking meathead is not going to open up. But that's going to help. So you push the head, pull the head, push the head, pull the head, under the chin.
Right.
All that is
It's
called
called my shoulder justice.
Yeah.
Right.
Anytime you're giving them a little fucking. Yeah.
Right.
So I want you to be safe, but I want you to be effective, and I want you to know when to bail on the move. Can you push my head down? And if you start pushing my head down, you start pushing me over your hips, you can then just do a basic sit-up.
Right.
So if you get me here and you're framing on my head, now flatten your legs, you can just sit up.
That's not easy.
So
Yeah.
I'm getting it really easily.
So if I was here,
Yeah, but let's just say we're fighting in this position, and I feel like, oh, I can't get this. I'm gonna go straight to pushing your head and your shoulders, shimmy, shimmy, shimmy.
yeah, look, yeah. You,
Technical.
it's a, what's that called? Like a hip bump sweep almost, but from like a side mount hip bump sweep or
I
something.
call it an atomic sit-up. Yeah, it is.
Atomic sit-up.
It is like a hip posted. But what I'm doing is normally with bigger guys, they try to ride all the way on top of my shoulder. Right. I'll push them here. And what they'll do is they'll go to side control, they'll get their right hip down, and they'll try to underhook with their right arm and do all this stuff right here, right? So what I want you to realize is you have no base behind you. So my little ass, I
Yeah,
spin roll
because my head is way far over your center line.
because I'm doing this. If I didn't do this and you clip my neck, you underhook my neck, and you can do that position great. Right? But here, this little frame, this little A-frame I have between my elbows and my arms is allowing me to do this, and I rock my feet up.
Oh my gosh, dude.
And I'm so fucking strong. All I'm doing is time it.
Dude, that's rad.
So as I'm coming in, you're just gonna Heisman in my armpit. Boom. You're pushing like over your hips. Into the judo.
That would literally make some people
It
cry.
makes people frustrated.
Like
So this time I want you to rock your feet up
and
and really send it.
like pendulum.
Yeah. So again, I want you to keep those frames extended as you start coming up. I want you to extend those hands as you sit up.
Where's so one frame here and then in the hip or in the
You can go my armpit, and these are tightening into your torso, and you're framing my armpit.
oh okay.
This frame is preventing you from smashing your head. It's preventing you from coming up high. You're pushing lower on your body. As you do this rocking motion, you're essentially,
Yeah.
you're pushing me from here to your thighs. I can't.
At the same time.
Yeah, and I'm going to show you how to counter it from up top.
Okay.
So
So here.
we're going to go from I'm coming to side control, and you're going to get one arm in my armpit, and this one's going to be under my jaw. Let's see what you find yourself. Now both hands go to my armpit. You already know I'm on your hips, and you're in judo. I'm in judo side control. Both my feet over.
Is it better?
Yeah. So if I'm here and you're framing really hard on my armpit, and I know this, I go limp arm a little bit. I drop my hip. I post on this left foot. I go back to side control.
Okay.
I went from judo side control, judo, posting on this foot, and as you start to atomic sit up, I created a base where there wasn't a base. Created a post where there wasn't a post.
Okay.
So I gotta time it. I gotta know it's coming. So you can reach the other side, but it's effective if you go on the same side. So you can do this, this sweep, yeah. Grab my shoulder and the right shoulder.
This one?
Yeah, and just hip over.
Well, yeah. I just was.
Okay.
I just hit the pause button when because the net came into play, and so I thought
You're fine. Where you were at, we're fine. So these are things that you can drill until you start feeling comfortable doing them, and then try sneaking in on white belts and other people that you're setting up. They're not going to know. Once you get that arm, they're going to freak the fuck out. So you might have to adjust. Because I've only gotten a few higher belts, surprisingly.
I don't know that I'm going to go back to. I mean, I kind of want to.
You don't
but,
have to.
I mean, it's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can
I
do
feel
this
like
as PT Fit.
And until you get kicked back, and then maybe I'll go back to the gym. But until they cut me loose, like
Yeah.
I don't know why we waste this. $7.45. Thanks, bro.
I feel like it's almost